Hey creator, welcome to a new video. Welcome back or welcome if you're new here. I am Fem. I make knitting and crochet related videos on this channel. I do this podcast every other week. I also talk about mental health and mental well-being. I make pattern related videos. It's just really fun here. So if that is something you're interested in, follow me here so you can see what else I have planned in the future for you. Today is our 6th Knitting and Crochet The Mindful Creators podcast. It is the last one of 2022. So the next time you see this podcast, the tree will probably still be up, but it will be 2023. So that is fun. It's the last one. And let's just start off immediately with the question of the day, because it fits the last thing of the year vibe. The question is, what is the word of 2020, word of the year of 2020 for you? For me, this word of the year is rest. Oh, absolutely, it is rest. So if you know or might not know, I was having burnout symptoms till last year, December actually. So a year from now, or a year back from now. I had a lot of stress for quite a long time, and I've started to feel physical symptoms too. So I had very irregular heart palpitations. I just translated, I don't know if that's the correct way to say it, cardiac symptoms. They translated it like that too. For months and other things. And this year I really prioritized rest. Mostly the second half of the year, because the first half I did an internship, 40 hours a week, didn't enjoy it. The whole story. When I had the time again, so from the summer on, I really prioritized rest. I will put some other answers in the screen. I thought it would be really fun to also share some answers from Instagram, so you can see some answers here from other people, what their word of the year was, and I would really love to know what your word of the year of 2022 was. So let me know below in the comments, and let's get into the knitting and crochet. I have one finished object, so it is crochet actually. Let's go into my finished objects. I was working on this the last time, and this is I have it down below, I have some notes here. The Winter Tree Stripe Hot Pad by Daisy Farm Crafts. It is so fun. I enjoy this so much. It is crochet, double. It is a hot pad for your pants. Yeah, or just for something else if it's not hot, but you can decorate your Christmas table with it. I really enjoyed it. It's already dirty, quite dirty. We used it, so that's good, I think, because that's what it's made for. I think I did indeed make a mistake, because I said I thought I just had to block it out, but I think I forgot one here, one green double crochet, but it's okay. This was really fun to make, really fast. I made a video about this with all kinds of Christmas decorations. I know Christmas is in a few days and then it's over, but if you still want to watch this video, you can watch it up here. This was so fun to make. I really enjoyed it. I made it in Drops Muscat. I had that laying around for quite some time. I bought that for the summer for some tops, but didn't enjoy it that much. Was also knitted the wrong way still. I knitted twisted for quite some time without knowing, for like a few months, month or two I think, before I realized, and that didn't work out that well. But this is so fun. So yeah, it has these really cute dotted border, some color work, really simple color work. Yeah, you see it's a bit crooked, but I don't mind. I definitely will be getting this out year after year, and it was just it was so fun to just put this down and put your pants on. It made it even funner, more enjoyable. I didn't block it. I felt like the heat of the pants already straightened it out quite nicely. Didn't really feel the need to block it. So yeah, one finished object. So really enjoyed it. Last time I talked about that I cancelled my gift knit. If you haven't watched that one, you can watch it up here. So I'm now giving myself some more time to work on other things. So I felt so excited to work on something like this, because this is just a shorter project. I didn't really feel like I had time to do these things, so really enjoyed it. It was such a fun free pattern, by the way. Yeah, very enjoyable. I do need to wash it. It It is getting quite dirty. That's white, of course, so but I don't mind. It's what it's supposed to be for. Next, I have some news. I always start with some announcement, news, things I would like you to know. I completely forgot to talk about the community call that we had. It's already a month ago, I think, by now. But I didn't talk about it in the last podcast. I completely forgot because it was already 2 weeks before I fluff flying around. The life of a knitter. Fluff. So that was so fun. We did a community call. If you know, the Mindful Crew is all about community. That is my main goal, building a fun and enjoyable community in here. So I have a Facebook group, a free group. I'll link it down below always, so you can enter it. And within that group, within that group, we planned a community call. So just a fun call to get together online on Zoom. And it was really enjoyable. We talked for 2 hours, but why I'm saying this still, because it's been a while ago already. I'm saying this because I want to plan a new one. We were with 9 people last time, which was absolutely amazing, so fun. But if you want to join this time, keep an eye out on the Facebook group, on the YouTube here. I want to be playing something for the end of January, maybe February, beginning of February, since after the busy holidays and the start of the year again. So I'm going to be posting something about it in the Facebook group, I think after Christmas, so because everyone is very busy with Christmas, of course. So if you're in the Facebook group, keep an eye out. If you're not in the Facebook group, join below. You're very welcome. We have 116 people in there, I think, now. Like, what? So that is really exciting. Something else I want to share? No, I think that was it. Yeah, let's go into my whips, because I have a new whip actually. I'm rambling already. It's going all over the place. That is, if you're new here, that just happens, so get used to it. I have a new whip and I'm so excited about it. I said I wasn't going to cast it on, so if you have watched the last podcast, you probably know what I'm talking about. So I will show you in a little bit, but I'm going to show you some other things first. Oh, it's already drinkable. That's nice. I really want a new cup. Like, this is funny. If you don't know the story, I got this from an ex-boyfriend's brother. Well, I was still dating that boy. Because he thought I was indeed right and his brother wasn't. But yeah, I would really like another cup, like a big cup, because I have some other ones, but they are quite small. But I haven't found a fun one yet. So, whips. Let's start with the one I prioritize the most, which is a gift knit, and I haven't finished it. So, yes, I'm gonna show you this one. This is a pair of socks for my brother. I am knitting a pair of socks for him, and I always buy him funny socks every year with Christmas. And I was like, I'm a knitter, I can knit them now. So I made the socks, or I'm making socks. However, the socks that I always buy for him have like funny things in them or characters. So I decided to make him a character that he doesn't have yet, which is the Minions. So I'm using a pattern, the Love Heart socks. Just gonna show them immediately. I'm only using the setup for like the shaping of the socks, not any of the color work. These are these socks, the Love Heart socks from Devon with Love UK. I've seen these many times, still haven't finished it. Not going to talk much about it. If you want to hear more about it, watch some previous podcast, because I have talked about it quite some already. You probably are so bored with seeing a pair of socks. I will finish them eventually. After Christmas, maybe. I don't know how it's going. This is one of the socks. This is huge. He has large feet. And last time I already finished this eye. This color work is a bit wonky. Some is sticking out here after we do that. I haven't finished the color work, as I already predicted. However, I thought I would finish the socks, like the basic sock. I haven't. And there's a reason for it. 2 reasons for it actually. So I'm filming this on Tuesday, you're watching this on Thursday or later. This is for Christmas on Saturday, I think, Sunday. Yeah, so you might be thinking, oh, but you'll be able to finish this. I'm not sure because I can't knit at the moment. I am actually experiencing some pain again, the story of my life. You might get bored a little bit by me saying that, but I think it's important because knitting is a hobby that is you can get pain in places quite easily, and you really have to keep an eye out on that. So I started on my new whip that I'm going to show you in a little bit, and I was so excited. Knitted for quite some time on Friday. Was totally fine, no pain, nothing. Took some breaks, and the next day my wrists were so tight. Now it's actually doing quite okay. I have some, like for this wrist, it's now mostly right. It was left mostly. This is my right wrist. I can go towards here, and now it's getting a little bit uncomfortable. I'm just hanging it, not even pushing it. Same with the other side. It's doing quite better. I haven't been knitting since Friday. It's now Tuesday, as I said. This one is doing quite okay, so I might be able to do something tomorrow again. I think I don't want to do it today. I've tried it yesterday. Like I did like 2 rounds, and I was at my mom's, and I was like, it's flaring up already, so I stopped. And yesterday evening I tried again because I was feeling quite okay, and it didn't feel good. So now it's feeling quite okay, but I know if I'm starting again right now, then it might flare up again. So I think I just need to keep myself from knitting for a few days. So yeah, it needs to be done, because if I don't do it, I will just keep on dragging the pain. It's just trained a little bit. I just overused it a little bit. But it's so strange again, because I was feeling completely fine when I was knitting, like completely. I took breaks. I didn't for quite some hours on Friday, but yeah, so I just want you to be aware of it. So remember to take breaks. If you are prone to overuse or some kinds of these injuries, take care of yourself. I need to do a better job still, but I just love knitting so much. I think that's the story here. Oh. But second reason why I don't think I want to be able to finish it, or I just also worked on other things. And I had in my head, I worked on the new whip on Friday, and I had in my head, okay, this is the last day that I can work a little bit on, and then next week I will completely only work on the sock. That turned out a little bit different. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to finish it. He probably won't care at all. He'll still love him as much, but it's just, I just want to give it to him on Christmas, you know. So like I've done those things now, and now it's feeling already a little bit sensitive. So I really need to take my time with this. Let's see, my mom's gift knit. So last time I talked about canceling this gift knit. I worked on it a little bit. I just want to get my joy back for it. I was getting stressed, a little bit overwhelmed maybe by it. So yeah, I did do a few rounds, not much, just a little bit. I also am going to talk a little bit about being a selfish knitter, because I realized I definitely am. You saw it in the title. I am going to talk about it in a little bit. So I haven't done much, just from the pink marker down. This is a Cumulus Blast by Petite Knit, by the way, made in drops brushed alpaca silk, double held 2 strands. I don't know if you can see that good enough. Really, really soft, really nice and fluffy, but it takes so long. In my last podcast, in the comments, so many people were saying, oh, I'm making this for my mom too, and it takes so long indeed. Yeah, so she really wanted a v-neck, because she gets quite hot quite easily. However, I was yesterday I was at her place. She is sick, so I was taking care of her a little bit, brought her some food, And she was like, yeah, I like wearing warm sweaters again. And I was like, seriously? Because there are some other sweaters that I had in mind with like thicker yarn and way larger needles, but it's totally fine. I still really would like her to have this, so it is going to be finished eventually, but I will just give myself some more time, and I'm really liking it. I am still not good with stress and deadlines. That is definitely something that I'm still working on from the burnout symptoms. However, I'm doing way better already. I'm feeling quite good actually at the moment. So I'm really enjoying things so much more again, and it's really happy to see some progress. And there are still some things I need to work on, or there are a lot of things I have to keep working on. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it's going, and I just feel way better. If you compare me now to last year, I was a mess, and I'm really happy that I did the work. I'm also really happy with you guys, because this community also did a lot for me. I met so many new people online and also offline, so that is so fun. Through this, the whole knitting community. The community call, for example, is something that makes me so happy, and yeah, I just want to thank you for being here, because you all also really helped me get just talking with people about things, meeting new people, meeting new friends. Yeah, so that must be said, I think. But I'm doing good, and that is something I haven't been able to say in quite a long time. So I'm really happy I can now again. So if you're struggling with things at the moment, small steps and it will get better. That's a thing for me. Patience, small steps, small goals. Don't look at too big of things. I still do it. I'm still guilty of it, but small steps really help, and that's really the way to go. Okay, I have 2 more whips, and I'm gonna keep the new one for the last, so I'm sorry, I just need to do it. This is something else I'm still so excited about. This is a sweater that I've been working on quite a lot since I gave myself some more time again, and I made quite some progress, because I had the vid actually when uploading my last video. So I always film on live Tuesdays, sometimes Monday. I got sick on the Wednesday, I think. I filmed on Monday that week. I got sick on... Did I say that correctly? Yeah. I got sick on... No, not last week's video, the week before. So yeah, last podcast actually. Got sick on Wednesday, Thursday the video went live. And I had the vid. Again, second time this year. But I did a lot of knitting that week. And it was also fine for my shoulders and everything. This is how far I am. I bound it over the body, so that is so fun. This is the September sweater by Petite Knit again. To be honest, I am not the biggest... Like, I really like Petite Knit's patterns, but I also like to look into other things. But this was one that really caught my eye before I realized it was Petite Knit. So, as you know, in my pattern videos, I really recommend also other creators, all size inclusive. I am aware that these are not always size inclusive, sadly. So I really have a lot of videos on this channel with pattern recommendations that are all size inclusive. So keep that in mind if you're interested in those. I will link one here. You can keep an eye on those. Yeah, so this is the September sweater. It is a brioche knit. I am making this in Drops Air. Oh, and it's so beautiful. It is so nice. I really love the brioche knitting. Really enjoy it. Was a bit scared of it at first. Mostly because a lot of people were saying they were scared of it. But really, it is not that difficult. It is really fun. One thing I joined in the round already last time. Yeah. So I finished the body, started on the sleeves. My gauge is a little bit off. And therefore my sleeves are way larger than they are supposed to be. So as you can see here, I already did some decreases. So when I cast it on for the sleeves, I eventually had the number of stitches, I think, for a large or extra large, and I'm making an extra small. So that is quite a big difference. Making an extra small because it will be negative ease, but it will stretch a lot, like 8 to 10 centimeters they say. And this yarn is prone to stretching. It's alpaca, a mix of alpaca and merino, I think. So I was like, okay, I'd rather make it smaller. It fits me already, so it will be fine. So, but the sleeves turned out way larger. So I already started doing decreases when I wasn't necessarily supposed to, but I wanted to make it not too large. So if you can see here, I did 2 decreases like right at the beginning. And then I started decreasing a little bit early on already than is supposed to be in the pattern. I can put it on actually. So let me do that because now the body is bound off. So I'm going to put it on over this. Yes, let me put it on over. So I started on the sleeves. But I don't enjoy knitting on circulars in the round with magic loop. And I'm doing this with magic loop. So I'm totally going to mess up my hair, but that's okay. We can fix that. Look, okay, there is quite some bunching here, as you can see here. But with the stretching that it will do, I think it will be fine. Let me back up a little bit so I can show you what it looks like. When I sit like cross-legged on the floor because I don't have a tripod yet. I might be getting over Christmas. And I'm really getting older because my knees are like, oh, killing me when I stand up after sitting like this. Ooh, for a while. Like I'm not 18 anymore. I truly realized that. Okay, so this is it until now. You can see there's some kind of pattern in it. This is not original in the pattern. This is a modified version by Lialika. However, I made a mistake in the modification and I modified the modified version. So this is not found somewhere, I just fudged up. But I do enjoy it. This, it's quite short. This is a really high, like legging pants. So I might need to go in eventually and lengthen it a little bit. But I will just want to see what it does when it blocks, because I think well, let's stop recording. I was saying that I will look how it looks when it's blocked, and I think it will block out a lot. I did do the bind off a little bit tight, because the last time I did an Italian bind off, I made it too loose and was flaring out, but that was more a problem in the pattern, I think, than my mistake. So I was like, oh, I need to make it tighter, but now it's a little bit tight, so that's not great. One detail that I really love about it is the shoulder. I really like how this goes. It's such a fun construction. If you have made this or want to make it, it is not starting in the round, it's starting flat, and you put the pieces together. I don't want to say too much because it's a paid pattern, of course, but I really recommend it also for beginner knitters. Totally love it. So yeah, it's so soft. Also, it's really soft. So I can't wait to wear this eventually. So I knit a lot on this. Ooh. Well, being sick. Let me fix this. Okay, we're back. I thought I would do that off camera really quickly. Yeah, still, I'm loving this. It's, oh, I can't wait to wear this. It's so soft. This is the shoulder detail a little bit more up close. Really beautiful. And this, as I said, is drops air, but it's falling apart right now. I don't cake these up because I think it will squish the yarn too much. It's a blow yarn, so it will, I'm just scared it will ruin it. So I just work from the skein, but it does fall apart eventually. So this is it in all its glory. And can't wait to eventually wear this. As I said, I really do not enjoy magic loop. Also for socks, do not enjoy it. I know a lot of people do, but not me. But I am getting a really exciting Christmas gift. Am I is it overlighted? Okay. I'm getting a really exciting Christmas gift for my boyfriend. They're shorty needles. But I will show them in the next podcast and maybe do a little review about them, review video, if you think that's fun. They're shorties from Lika, but not of Likey, but not the standard ones that most people get. It's a little bit of a different one, so I think that's fun. I'm already out of breath. So, on to my newest whip, which you probably have been waiting for. My newest whip, and also why I'm a bit of a selfish knitter. Let me dive into that part, because you can see it in the title and in the thumbnail, so I definitely will talk about it. This is my newest whip. This is the Arctic Light sweater by Kuto Kika. Of course, if you've been watching, you know that I have been wanting to cast this on since it came out. So since the sweater came out, I'll pop up a picture. It is so beautiful and I was totally in love with it immediately. It is a cable sweater, quite an intricate design. It is charted sweater, charted design, and I have been loving it. It is so fun. Oh, I'm so excited. I finished the double folded, or I didn't finish it, I still need to sew it down, but this is the double folded neckline. This is also in drops. Yeah, now you can see what those skeins look like. They fall apart after a while. I think I'm halfway through this one with what I did now. Double folded, really fluffy, twisted neckband, folded collar, double folded collar. Collar. I have such a hard time pronouncing that. You know what I mean. And after that you start with the charts. I just printed them out and I'm striping them off as I go. I think I'm 8 rows in. Yeah, so I don't know which day I started again. I did a few days about the, took me a few days to do the folded, the folded collar, the twisted rib. But that was fine, still enjoyed that one by one rib. And now the cables are starting to form. So let me see if I can find the front. Yeah, this is the front. So in between here. It is maybe a little bit hard to see on this yarn because it's so light. This is the color Pearl Grey, by the way. It's a really lovely whitish grey. There's some more grey parts and there's some white parts, so this will grow quite a bit. It's a raglan, so it will grow quite a bit. This is such a beautiful... There are so many beautiful details in there. It won't focus, come on. Focus for me, please. It will be way easier to see when it grows quite a bit. So this is the back, is it the back? Yeah, this is the back, I think. Yeah, the sleeves, I mean, not the back. The sleeves, and then again the back, which is the same as the front. And on this side you have the other sleeve. Oh, it's so beautiful. I cannot wait to eventually wear this. However, I think this will be quite a long project, but I'm okay with that. I do hope that I will be able to finish it this winter season, so I can still wear it. It has been really cold here the last few days for what we think is really cold. It has been -8, I think, on the coldest. So what is that? Is that 16 degrees Fahrenheit? Or, I don't know. I know that 30 degrees Fahrenheit is -1, but then after that one it goes down quite quickly. It was -8 here, so it was cold for the Netherlands. It was really an icy wind, you know. People were ice skating on the water here, so that was really fun to see. Like Dutch people, when it freezes outside, they massively go ice skating. It's such a thing here. That is really, really fun. However, also a lot of people fell through the ice because they're not being smart enough on some parts when they go on too thin ice. So always be careful. And drinking my own hair and fluff. Yeah, what more can I say about this? I really love the yarn. Again, it's the same one as the September sweater. I really love a fluffy, soft, because this is super, super soft. It doesn't itch at all. Like, no itch at all, no. Like, on the itch factor, okay, let me make an itch factor. 1 to 10. I think a 2, maybe. Or a 1. So not at all. So if you're extremely, extremely sensitive, and I'm quite sensitive, so maybe they feel a little bit, but it is nothing actually compared to like this itches way more, and this is also not really itchy. So let me see if I am forgetting something. Oh yeah, I already had to do some cable surgery because I wasn't paying enough attention. This is really a project that you have to pay attention. I'm not watching. Okay, I did watch a movie actually while making this, and I don't remember what movie it was. Probably a Christmas movie. No idea. But I was watching a movie, but mostly focusing on this because you want to see the charts correctly. After a few rows, you do get a better feel for the charts. There's quite some repeats in there, of course, but I was talking at the same time at this part when I made the mistake. I did everything except the cables for one row when I had to do the cable twist again. So, and I was already in the row after that. I was already finishing. I don't really want to rip this out. I'm too scared of what will happen then. So I went back and like did some cable surgery, which went really well actually. I had never done that. Didn't even look up a video. I was like, I think it should be like this, and it worked. So that was fun. I was proud. Next. Yeah, okay, I've been saying, let's go into that part. I have been saying I won't be casting this on until I have or a sweater finished or all the gift knits finished. And when I did cast it on, I realized I'm just a really selfish knitter. This is also the main topic for this video. Selfish knitting, let's talk about it, because I think there's nothing wrong with it, and I think many of us are, and that is totally fine. What I mean with selfish knitting is that I enjoy knitting for myself way more than for other people. I do enjoy it. I would love to give those things to my mom and my brother, and I chose to do it, so don't get me wrong, but what I don't like about it is the pressure that I feel, that I give myself. It's not from them, it's totally myself that has been doing this. I put pressure on myself because it is for someone else. So for example, these have a time limit now because I did want to finish these on time. Probably won't happen, which is a bummer, but okay. Yeah, I just really enjoy knitting for myself a lot more than for other people. And I do enjoy knitting this for these people, but I don't know, I just wanted to work on something for me, you know? I chose this craft because of the relaxing aspect of it. I'm putting these off because I'm getting quite a bit hot. The relaxing aspect of the crafting, so making something, because that's also something I really enjoy. I always have been a crafter. I didn't play with dolls when I was younger, I was crafting. And all those things together, especially the relaxing part, if I'm making something for someone else, it just gives me pressure if it's on a time limit. So I am a selfish knitter and I'm proud of it. Yeah, I'm proud of it, and I think it's totally fine to be a selfish knitter. As knitters, it can be really easy to expect to make gifts for other people with Christmas, birthdays, anything else that's possible to gift something. But know that you don't have to. Okay, well you can. And if you are maybe quite a fast knitter, don't have a problem with deadlines or time crunches, then I would say totally do it. But for me, it is not working. I will be making something again, I think, for next year Christmas, but I will start really early. That was a comment from someone who said I start with gift knitting at the beginning of the year. And I was like, that is actually so smart. So I haven't been knitting for a year, so there wasn't a possibility for me to do that. I actually started that gift knit, the sweater, as soon as I was like, okay, mom, I want to make something. I started, I think, in end of September or October. But I'm just not that fast of a knitter. We talked about this two podcasts ago. So look here, if that's something you're interested in talking about. The comments are really good on that one. So totally read through them. A lot of other people that experience it the same. I'm rambling a little bit, but I hope my point is clear. So I really like knitting for relaxation and fun and not having a time limit. I think the time limit is the biggest problem for me. Because if I would give myself, like, for example, 5 years to knit something for someone else, it will be fine because I will finish it eventually, but I just have room, you know? So yeah, I'm a selfish knitter. Are you too? Let me know, because I would love to know if we are in the same boat. Let me know in the comments. I really would love to read those comments, and why you are a selfish knitter, why you don't like or don't enjoy knitting for others the most. I still want to make a sweater for my boyfriend eventually. He's like, just work on things for yourself right now, okay? Just do it. But maybe a hat first, and then maybe eventually a sweater. But I will give myself just no limit, so not like I will have like 3 years to finish it if I want to. Maybe by that time. Okay, do you know the boyfriend curse? The boyfriend sweater curse? There's like this curse thing that if you make your boyfriend or partner that you're not married with a sweater, you will break up. I don't believe in it, of course, but maybe if I do 3 years about it, then maybe I will be married before I have the sweater. Then don't expect that to happen, because we are together for 2 years and I don't see it happening quite soon. Which is totally fine, because I don't even have money to pay for a wedding, so. I am really getting off topic. Selfish knitting, let me know. I would love to read them in the comments. Then, what I will be casting on? Nothing. And this time for real. I said I will be casting on that sweater, but I was too excited. And I already had the yarn bought. There was a deal, and I was like, I already going to buy it. I really am not casting on anything. I think I'm set for now. Those socks need to finish. The sweater, I'm just really excited to work on this again. I'm just not touching it because of the paint, but also because I need to finish those socks. I want to finish those socks. And then I will be enjoying working on the sweater. The only thing that I will, I also want to finish these first. So for next podcast, I won't be casting on anything. I said it. I'm not gonna cast on anything for the next podcast. We try. Let's see. I think that will be fine. Yeah. Acquisitions. I bought some stitch markers, just really simple ones, because I like to track my progress with these ones. Those are just like the, how do you call them? These kind of stitch markers, really cheap ones. Work fine, but I don't have enough, so I already took one out, like on top. I had one sitting here. It's just really fun to see how much I did, because this is all I did, for example, now in the last 2 weeks with the sleeve. It also helps me see a little bit better, just some progress, because sometimes it can feel like nothing is happening, but if you put those in and you see that you already made like 8 rounds, that gives a bit more motivation, but those are I don't have enough, so I bought some more, should be in, are not in yet, so I'll have those next time. Just really simple ones, just those colorful ones. I think like 50 or something, so I will be set for a little while. I really love the beautiful handmade stitch markers, but they're not in my budget right now. Maybe I will make some myself eventually. That would be fun for a video too. All the different ways you can make stitch markers. A new video idea is born here, let me know if that's something you find interesting. Always, if you have some video recommendations, something you would like to see, I can't guarantee I can make everything, or anything. Let me know below. I would always love to know what you would like to see, because I'm making this content for you. I also enjoy making it, of course, otherwise I won't be doing it, but you are the people that are watching it, so let me know. Always fun to know. Yeah, let's go into watching, listening, reading. I always like to note those ones too. I'm a big movies and series fan. I love reading. I thought it would incorporate listening too. Sometimes I don't have anything to say about it, but let's see. Watching. Oh, this is exciting. I love the series Outlander. Oh, I love it. Jamie. If you know, you know. It's great. I have watched it. I started it 2 times by now. Yeah, and I haven't finished till the end of the season that is out at the moment. I do want to say that I find the first few seasons the best. Gets a little bit longer after that one, but oh, I still love it. And now we started again for the 3rd time for me. I convinced my boyfriend to watch Outlander with me. quite proud to be honest. And he enjoys it, so that is fun. He thought it would be like very much a female woman series. But there, if you know Outlander, trigger warnings, there is a lot of how do I say that with not getting blocked on YouTube? Just look at the trigger warnings, they know. It's playing in 17 something. Not the safest times to be a woman. I think that says quite a lot. But it's just like next to those things, there are really intense scenes in there. So really keep that in mind. But it is really a beautiful series. The love scenes are good. The building of the relationships are great, and the characters. And we started again. My boyfriend was like, I will watch it eventually. I've been trying this for quite a while now. And the funny thing was, we are ending season 1 towards the end. And there is a part where that is really like, if you know, you know. And he was like sitting like there, like this at the television staring. And I was like, because I already knew of course. And then he watched me after a few minutes and said, nah, I don't like it. Like joking, of course. He was totally sucked into it. He might say, I just like it, but he likes it. So that was really fun. We're going to be finishing that eventually one day. It's just a long, I think there are 5 seasons now. I watched some others. Oh yeah, Wednesday. I watched Wednesday when I was sick. I watched it in 2 days. Really liked it actually. Didn't expect it, to be honest. I saw so many people raving about it. Also in the knit community, there's quite some beautiful knitwear in there. And I was like, okay, I will try it. Why not? But I do really enjoy it. So I finished it and excited for next season. I think it will take quite a while, of course. So yeah, listening. Oh wait, I forgot reading. Reading first. I just last night finished a new book. I started it last podcast. I also audiobook. So it is The Disappearing Act by Catherine Stedman. And it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. It was not yet a 5-star, but it was definitely a 4-star read. It is about a actress, Mia, an English actress, and she goes to, I think, to LA for pilot season. She is auditioning for some things, probably will get a big role. And while being at an audition, she met someone, Emily, and Emily disappears. But there is so much behind it. So I really enjoyed it. I was sucked into it, listened to it quite quickly. Oh, not quite quickly, actually. I did 2 weeks over it, but it was fun. I really enjoyed it. Now I don't have a new one on my list yet. I was able to have another month for like super cheap. So on Storytel, I listen to Storytel. They do have quite some good selection of English books. It's also quite popular in the Netherlands. I think it's a Swedish company. Yeah, so I don't have a new book yet on my list. I was watching TikTok's recommendations, book recommendations 2022. But there were a few that I found interesting, but they weren't available on Storytel, so that was a bummer. So if you have recommendations, please let me know. I like science fiction, I like mystery, I also like romance. So before this, I just ended. It ends with, no, it starts with us. Oh, beautiful, really, everything I wanted to be more. I am reading Throne of Glass, the series, but that's going quite slow, so I'm just reading that throughout on my ebook or e-reader. So if you have recommendations, please let me know. And then listening, I've been listening to a specific genre of music. I actually already was listening to it last time, but I got this like the Spotify Wrapped a few weeks ago. Everyone knew. And apparently I listened to Neo Soul and I had no idea what it was. And when I was listening to it, I was like, yeah, of course I listened to this. It's like, I don't know what the Neo part of it is, but it is quite a newer genre. So R&B and soul mixed, I think, would be a good explanation. Oh, love it. I'm really very much an R&B fan. I love still listening to the 90s and thousands of R&B's lists, so I know quite a lot of them. Really good music genre. Look it up. because it really is nice. And then life, the last part, we are already at the last part, or already, I think I've been filming for 50 minutes already. But the last part, I always ended up with some life things that happened. Yeah, I got the vid, Rona. Was sick for not even a week. It was really mild, so I was really happy with that. And this weekend we went away to Haarlem, which is a city in the Netherlands. It sounds like Harlem. Funny thing is that Harlem in the US is actually derived from Haarlem in the Netherlands. It's I don't know the whole story about it, but the name came from the Netherlands, from this city. So that's interesting to know maybe. It's a beautiful city. Let me put up some pictures here. It was a surprise, and my boyfriend actually, he's been working very hard. We both have been, and he was like on Friday night, oh, I have a surprise. I want to do something this weekend. And on Saturday morning he said, we're going away for a night. Normally we go a little bit longer, but this time it was last minute and it was amazing, and had a lot of good food, some really nice together time. So that was really fun. So yeah, and I think I'm gonna close it off with this. So let me know in the comments all the things I asked you. I have no idea what everything I asked, or just let me know if you like this video. Give it a like, subscribe here if you'd like to see more, and I'll see you next time. So bye creator, I hope you have an amazing Christmas. Merry Christmas, before I forget to say it. Merry Hanukkah, or Happy Hanukkah if you say it like this. I know that there are quite some other celebrations at the moment. I read about Kwanzaa, I read about Hanukkah, I read about Las Posadas, which is a Mexican way of celebrating Christmas, if I'm correct. I really wanted to learn more, so I looked some things up. So happy holidays. Let me keep it like this. Happy holidays, to make it a little bit more inclusive. Happy holidays, and I will see you in the new year. So yeah. Bye creator, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.